We engaged in a traffic study back starting last September, and after analyzing all the intersections, we figured out pretty quickly that the intersection at 5 Points, which is Far Hills, Thruston, and Oakwood Avenue, is the most complex one in Oakwood and pretty much controls the flow of traffic through our city. And we have pedestrian traffic there, and after counting the cars and the pedestrian traffic last fall, we figured out that a roundabout was something that ought to be considered for this intersection for the future. And so tonight is the first of 3 open house events where we're seeking input from the public. We've made no decision on this intersection. We want to hear from the people, present facts about roundabouts, about the 5 Points intersection itself, and in particular, highlight the safety improvements that are traditionally seen with roundabouts versus typical traffic signals. So we hired a local consultant to help us with the study that was started last fall. And when the idea of a possible roundabout came, we pulled in a sub-consultant out of Illinois who specializes nationally on roundabout designs. Obviously, this is a unique intersection with 6 roadways coming into it, embedded in a residential neighborhood on a state route. And so that national expert helped us come up with this conceptual plan. Probably the most common concern that we've heard so far is the pedestrian traffic. And because Far Hills Avenue isn't a boundary between Smith School and Harmon School, the 2 elementaries in Oakwood, we have elementary school students during the school year that need to cross Far Hills at 5 Points. And the safety of that pedestrian traffic is of great concern to the city and to our citizenry. So that's probably the single biggest concern raised. We have found a solution to that in a beacon stoplight system, which is depicted on the video. I would encourage our citizens to pull up the video from the website and watch it. It's only 12 minutes long, but you can get a real good sense of how that signal, actuated by a pedestrian pushing a button, would energize a red light to stop traffic for the pedestrians. The traffic counting took place last fall, and that was done via cameras, so all of the vehicular traffic and the pedestrian traffic data was collected for a period of several days, 24 hours a day, and then all that data was given to the sub-consultant who developed what's called either a dog bone or peanut-shaped roundabout. And so the volume of traffic you see in the video actually represents the counts that were done last fall. The existing traffic signal system at 5 Points was installed in 1995, so it's 28 years old, and within the next 5, 8, maybe 10 years, it will need to be either replaced entirely or a roundabout constructed, one or the other. So we have time now to study this and ultimately make a decision whether we want to stick with a traditional traffic light or go with a roundabout. Over 95% of the time, if you look at a 24-hour day, 7 days a week, the amount of traffic crossing through the intersection from all approaches is moderate to light. And if you think about it, 365 days a year from about 7 p.m., sometimes even a little bit earlier than that, until roughly 6:37 a.m., the traffic is very light. And so a roundabout like this will work extremely efficiently. I wouldn't envision many cars at all ever stopping. On the weekends, that same condition exists. It's only during the Monday through Friday work days from roughly 7:30 to maybe 8:30, 8:45, you have the rush hour traffic, most of it going northbound on 48. And then in the afternoon from roughly 4 o'clock, 4:15 until maybe 5:30 or 5:45, where you have the southbound, mostly commuter traffic passing through where the traffic is heavy. So if you do the math, roughly 95% of the time, the traffic again is moderate to light, and this roundabout worked very efficiently. When it is heavy, the traffic will congest the roundabout just like it does the current traffic signal system. It'll be no different than what we experienced today during the rush hour movements. I told council at our last work session, a week before this first open house event, as I started getting feedback, it was split down the middle. Now, this is at a time when we did not have information to share about the details of roundabouts or this particular intersection, but we've had about half of the community strongly in favor of a roundabout at 5 Points and half of them concerned about it or very much opposed to it. The tone tonight, I would say, is also mixed, but I think the open house served its purpose and is serving its purpose in that it's educating our citizenry on what a roundabout might look like in Oakwood and how it might function. We're planning 2 more open house events, one on June 29th, a third one on July 11th. After that, Council and I will talk about the feedback we've received, comments, questions, and may make a decision at that point whether to move forward or not. We have a council meeting on the third Monday in July where we might hold a public hearing to gather more information. It just really depends on the feedback we receive, not only at the open house events, but also via the online comment form that we have and comment forms being sent to us in the mail. So we have a very neat feature on our website. It's right on the top of the homepage. All the information presented here at the open house is on the website, including the video. The comment forms accessible on the website. And there's a place, importantly, where residents can sign up with their email address, and then we'll be sending updates to everyone that's on that list as we have those updates.